And today, as you can see, yet another temple I have all to myself. You can see the mud bricks here from the Roman period, which give way to the superior Egyptian stones just here, which you can see have been quite cut about. This is a big chunk of alabaster. I wonder what was here before. By the shape of it, it looks like it was some kind of sphinx. You can see the different standards of the carvings, the ones on the top row being quite a lot deeper than those on the second row. You can see here the captives, each with a cartouche on his tummy. Stone is sandstone, and here we have a crown. Here we have various stelae with various stories, very similar to those in the museum. You can see at the bottom there, this stone is quite decayed. It's quite an interesting stone with the various shaping. And then on the top, the cut block. And then finished off nicely at the bottom there with a piece of cement. See the back of these stelas are quite rough cut, and here we have some kind of alcove. Here we have what looks like the remnants of a obelisk. This one is made from sandstone. And you can see here where they've reassembled some of the older blocks, but with a nice new crisp block in the middle. Here we are looking towards the actual temple itself. It's very similar to the temple at Dendera and Abydos, and also Luxor train station. Here's some interesting gouge marks, very similar to those on the obelisk at Aswan. Some more interesting marks, as if they were impressed into the stone when the stone was wet. You can see here some very interesting carvings. Look at the size of those wings. And some more shapes into the front of this obelisk, as if they were imprinted when the stone was wet. And again, another set of huge wings. Wow, another doorway fact, this looks like a vulture, an incredible vulture, and look at the size of those wings. In fact, I've never quite seen another bird depicted like this, with those stylized wings. From the way the cartouche is there, this is obviously designed to be shown the other way up. And that hole there looks like some kind of hinge post. It's a gorgeous day here today. I'm the only guest. It's about 50 degrees. You can see there in the distance the Valley of the Kings. And just the very size of these blocks. They are single shapes, single pieces. And, this is a rather beautiful one with a rather lovely duck. Trade, obviously clearly identifiable. And this is a beautiful carving showing a horn. Some hieroglyphics. Salam alaikum. And here we have the stela in the temples. Another one of those large winged birds. Nothing is built in these places by accident. Probably interesting just as it is. Another beautiful wingspan. And here is a rather beautiful carving. Note the shape of the heads and the hats. And the priest king there with the elongated skull and the pharaoh with the normal shaped skull with the female standing behind him. You can see the Roman structure around the outskirts, the Roman cut stone. Some beautiful palm trees. There's quite a nice gentle breeze, or hawa shadida, as they say in Arabic. And here we are going down the avenue towards the actual temple itself. Various bits of sandstone, another piece of alabaster here, horribly cut about. Some more alabaster there, sandstone and cement. And these beautiful palm trees which offer a little bit of shade. And we're coming up to the papyrus stemmed columns of the main temple. Lovely big chunky blocks. In fact, very similar to the Ramesseum. In fact, it's very similar to the temple at Dendera. Apart from the capitals, the top of the capitals, there's no Hathor here. You can see again the terrible damage to this side, particularly the left side, where my theory is that this is caused by sharpening knives. And again, at the bases of the capitals, you can see they're all different shapes. And John Anthony West had a theory that the shape of the capital bases were based on features of the moon and different phases of the moon. And as you can see with this one, it's quite cut with different notches, obviously deliberately cut, obviously for some reason. piece of red granite there. Looks like the base of a Sekhmet statue. And like many statues here in Egypt, the top part has been destroyed to stop the statue being reenacted and coming to life. And further along there you can see one in black granite, which I'm just about to go along and feel. Here we are in the main hypostyle hall. The capitals are papyrus shaped, beautiful ceiling. In fact, you can see the Venus constellations there shown up against the soot. People have been living in these temples for a long time. It's only in recent days that they're no longer here. You see these holes? They're obviously for some kind of libation or whatever. Everything's here for a reason, so whatever you see, it has a reason. And you see how this wall has been selectively defaced with holes at various heights. It's quite a bit cooler here inside the shadow of the temple. Here we have this black granite statue. This looks like, again, it might have been a Sekhmet. But it's difficult to tell without the top part. See the way that hole has been selectively put, as if the person in the carving is offering something, but the offering has actually been destroyed. You can see along the lintel there quite a bit of carving and colour still remaining. And I wonder if that block there is alabaster. But I shall find out in a moment when I go and feel it. All this is sandstone. I'm so lucky to have these temples to myself. You actually get a feeling of a kind of ringing that comes off the stone. And when you're here with a lot of people just there babbling, that's all you hear reflected off the stone. There's always very good acoustics in these places. La! You can hear that very faint echo. And no, this isn't alabaster, it's sandstone. It's very similar to those alabaster ones inside the Karnak temple. And I'm sure I'll find one here. I just have to find it.